Hello and thank you for joining me for another beer review then. So today we've got a beer from a brewery called Tartarus Beers. They're out of Leeds in West Yorkshire, and it's a can of their Hecate. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Hecate then is a 5.7% ABV pastry stout with dark chocolate and coconut. Yeah, the artwork on that is awesome. I don't know if that's a like a medium or what it is going on there, but yeah, pretty awesome. These guys have got a tap room in Leeds as well. It's one of the places I do want to visit the next time I get up that neck of the world, or the woods, if you like. So in this beer, then it's water, barley, wheat, oats, lactose, yeast, and then the hops in this are mosaic and sabro. And then they've got adjuncts of coconut and chocolate. So you've got the Sabro hops with coconut as an adjunct as well. It's brewed in collaboration with Coven Brewsters. I'm not sure, I've not heard of those before. But yeah, so Tartarus beers, I think I've had one or two beers from them in the past. I'm not trying to have a quick look here. I think I've had one beer from them in the past at a bottle share or can share, whatever. But anyway, let's crack it open and see what we get out of this. I purchased this obviously at House of Trembling Madness back in probably November, I think. So I've had it a little while. It's been sat here in the room, in a cool room for a little while. So there is some dates here. Let me just try and. So it was canned on the 14th of November of. Oh, best before 14th of November of 2023. Goal number 75. The artwork is by at uh, Ferreira Art. I'm butchering that up, so apologies about that. But yeah, these guys are out Leeds. Let's get it into the can and get it into the can. Get the can into a glass even. Let's see what we get out of this. So it's at a cool room temperature. Well, I have got the heater on at the moment just because it can get quite cold in here if I'm in here for any kind of length of time. And that's pouring out a very interesting kind of brownie in colour. I don't know if you can see that. Very creamy looking head build in there. On a kind of medium aggressive pour. We're going to actually hold up there just for now. Let that calm down a bit. So we got there like a finger and a half of just off white, lightly tinged brown, khaki coloured head then. Very creamy looking head on that. So a first beer from this brewery on the channel. I've actually got another one, a stupidly ABV stout to review as well coming up. So into the light. It's a pastry stout. It's jet black. There's no light coming through. A very nice looking head, I must say, on that beer. So let's get a nose on it and see where the coconut level is on this. It's got like an oily kind of nose on this. There's definitely that dark baker's chocolate you're definitely getting on this one. It'd be interesting to see what kind of malts they used on this as well. Whether they used a chocolate malt or, subtle coconut. It's not flying off, off the bat or anything. It's not. There's no home run when it comes to aroma of coconut. It's there. It's minimal. It's fairly cool, I guess. That's another thing with some of these beers. I mean, this is at room temperature, although it's warmer now. But obviously the can is still cold. There's a little bit about the brewery then. It's a microbrewery in Leeds, up in Yorkshire, brewing with a strong European style beers named after the Greek hell. All our beers are inspired by the name after mythical creatures, named after mythical creatures. Our passion for mythology and legends is only surpassed by our passion for producing great beer and great and innovative beer. Get it right. So let's get a nose. We've done the nose. Let's get a taste on this one, though. So cheers. See what the coconut level is on the taste. Very smooth. Oh. So dark baker's chocolate off the bat. Very creamy. That drinking it through that head that it generated then. Wow. Very creamy, sweet. You're getting the lactose from that. Let's try and generate that head and drink it through the head again, shall we? It's actually got quite a thick body to it for the ABV. You can just tell that on the pour. And it's reinforced that head with that straight down the middle pour back to a one finger. We're going to go straight in on this. Is there any bits floating around in that? I don't think so. So it's looking a bit... Is that stuff there? Yeah, there's a little bit of floaties there. I don't mind that when it comes to beers like this. Right, let's drink it through the head. So you're getting a lactose thing there. It's got oats in this. Oats. So you've got lactose and oats. You're getting that mouthfeel. The more I'm drinking it, there's a dryness on the palate. It's drying. Want you to go back to have another sip. I just want to drink it through here again. So very creamy, very smooth. That nice baker's chocolate. Almost, it's sweet, but it's savoury, sweet as well. There's a slight savoury edge to it, although it's drying. Lovely baker's chocolate. And the coconut is there. I'm just going to leave it at that, really. It's there. There's a kind of oiliness to it. It's obviously the Sabro. I don't know where the coconut's coming from, more than the Sabro hops or the coconut. What kind of coconut they're using in this beer. Where it's flake coconut, not too sure. I don't think it is. It just says brewed with dark chocolate and coconut. It's a very tasty beer, though. It's a I actually get to say it. It's a fantastic beer. That ABV, it's definitely allowing them kind of flavours to pull through a little bit more than, say, if it was a bigger ABV beer. It's quite drying on the palate. There's definitely a bitterness coming from that dark chocolate. I'm finding the more I'm drinking it, it's definitely there. Almost like a cocoa powder dryness. Almost like a slight roastiness to the malts. It's drinking very easily, but the dryness is really building on this one. Yeah. Another one of these beers, I mean, it's like 5.7%. It's got almost like a slight kind of brown ale look to it, an American brown ale, if you like. It's not quite jet black. It's absolutely, with the light, it looks dark, jet black, but you put a light on it, it's not quite got that kind of jet black kind of look to it. Leaving a lovely lacing, as you can see. As I say, body wise, yeah, it's medium. Wow, that dark chocolate dryness, cocoa powder esque, is taking over. I say the coconut is there, but it's not. For me, it's not the forefront. This is for me a leading edge of dark chocolate. Still very nice though. You're getting the coconut. It is present. Perhaps not quite as balanced between the two. There's not one. They're not equal. It's definitely more dark baker's chocolate, and then the coconut is very subtle in between that and the dryness on the back end. Either all, very nice beer, very nice beer indeed. Again, a very easy drinking beer, like a lot of these beers are these days. Danger beer. With that dryness, you just, you're trying to have another sip, and then it's just building another sip, another, it's one of them sort of things really. This is like one of them stouts you get with like a Sunday afternoon, and you've got like some roasted potatoes there, with dryness dries your mouth out, and then you have another sip of beer. You've got all of that, not roast potatoes in this beer, but you know what I mean? It's got that kind of, that dryness within the beer that's making you want to sip more. Just like a Sunday afternoon in an old school British pub on cask with some roast potatoes with a load of salt. It's got that kind of thing going on with it, the drinkability. Saying that, let me know if I've had this one before then. So yeah, Tartarus beers out of Leeds. So first one on the channel. So I've got another beer from them, and there's another beer that I've got my eye on. If it hangs around, we'll see how money goes and stuff, but that'll be later on. We'll wait and see. But so Hecate, I'm butchering that up. There you go. You can read better than me. So yeah, check them out. Awesome stuff. So thank you for watching. You all take care. See you on the next one. Cheers.